Good morning everyone. It's your girl, Farmer Girl Jessie, back with another video. I know it's been a while, but you know, I'm here. School, the farm, the children, it's a whole lot. So today I am here in my cabbage patch and I'm about to show you what's going on in my cabbage patch. This is a 2-acre patch and it's going pretty well, and I'm here today to show you what's going on with it. So tag along in the video and watch me demonstrate and what chemicals I use, where do I source my chemicals from, what kind of fertilizer and such. So it's a girl, farmer girl Jessie. Stay tuned. So like all the other patches, I have my cabbages in stages. So this section is the younger stage and this is a different variety from further down. This variety of cabbage is the Tropicana variety. They yield pretty well if you plant them not too close to each other, you get them heavier. If you go closer with the plants, then you will get a smaller head of cabbage. So if you want to get them bigger and heavier, plant them wider apart from each other. Therefore, you will have like 4-pound, 3-pound cabbages instead of getting a 1-pound cabbage. So tag along as I show you what's going on. As you can see, this one is folding nicely. It's not ready as yet, but you know, it's nice. And I do it like this. I plant them like this uniform, because I want to be able to manage and monitor each plant with the same ratio of chemicals, with the same ratio of care, you know. Like when I plant them like this, I get to do the work better. It's easier for me and it's better for the plants, if you understand. So I plant these on rows, so it's better for me to walk in the middle. As you can see, I can walk between the cabbages and see what's going on better with them. So therefore, if I spray this section, it will not mix me up if I had sprayed it or not, rather than planting everything in one. As you can see, it is much easier to handle in all aspects. When you're cleaning it, it's easier to clean, it's easier to spray, it's easier to harvest, and it's even easier to walk on the farm. I don't have to step on any cabbage to get where I want to be. So I can walk in the middle. So this is a water channel as well as a road that we can walk. So we are still at the section where we have Tropicana variety. As you can see how big, look how big this one is. And this is because of how wide you plant them apart, how far apart you plant them. Look at this leaf. When this cabbage is ready, this can weigh up to 4 pounds. Compared to this one, compared to this one, that is much more cluster. You get a smaller cabbage if you notice. Presently, they are not at their best because we've been faced this side of St. Elizabeth. We've been facing some drought for the past 2 months. I think we didn't expect it, but I mean, yeah, we are experiencing some dry now. So this is the reason why they are looking this pale, but otherwise they are good, they are fine. And this is where we section off the variety of cabbages, because we don't want to have 2 variety of cabbages mix up, so we separate them. So on the right I have Tropicana variety, and as you can see, I use this row to separate them, and on the left I have the Caribbean Queen variety of cabbage. I love them both, but I prefer the Caribbean Queen because it gives me a shorter yielding time and it is more easier to take care of based on the leaf structure. The Caribbean Queen, the Tropicana rather, goes more upward, so it is harder to take care of and monitor that cabbage. while the Caribbean Queen, it gives you a broader leaf. Therefore, it is easier for you to apply whatever chemical and fertilizer you want to apply to it. So everything here, everything on this side is Caribbean Queen. And as I said, this variety is my favorite of them all. This is one of my seedling trays that was left here from planting day. And people is always asking me, where do I get water from to spray and such? So over there I have one of my water catchment. That's one of my blue drum. And down that section I have another one that is, it doesn't have a catchment on it now because we're facing some drought presently. And on the far right is another one. It's another one over there, and I have approximately 4 more of them distributed alongside the cabbage patch. So it will be easier for me to get water from each of them. So I don't have all of them sectioned at the same place. I have them distributed along the cabbage patch, like along the sides. So if I go down the bottom, I have water there, and if I go on that side, I will still have access to water. Because trust me, I hate carrying water. That's one of my worst thing on the farm, to carry water from one section to another. I hate that. So I always get water catchment and distribute them along where I think would be easier for me to access them. And yes, people normally ask, what is my favorite crop? This is my favorite crop. Cabbage is my favorite crop. It is one of the most expensive crop to produce, but it is my favorite. I don't know why, but I'm more drawn to planting cabbage than other crops. This is how dry the place is right now. I would be so grateful to get a shower of rain right now. This is how dry the place is. If you drop right now, you bruise up. Trust me, if you drop right here, your skin will go bruise off. So yes, I plant other crops, but mainly I do cabbage, because they always say do what works for you, and cabbage works for me, so I stick to my cabbage. I also plant cucumber, pumpkin, sweet pepper, and Irish potato and sweet potato, but mostly I plant cabbage. I plant cabbage on a wider scale. You will not find me plant so much cucumber or so much sweet potato, but cabbage, yes, definitely. I love cabbages. I love cabbage. And I think cabbage loves me as well. So, you know, I stick to what and who loves me, and this is where I am right now. Yes, I know it's a whole lot, but it looks more to you than to me, because this is what I do. So whenever I come here, it doesn't look this much to me as it would look to you on the other side, because everyone that comes here would say, oh my God, Jessie, how do you manage to plant so much cabbage? Well, I do this because I don't plant the other crops as much as I plant cabbage, so I will have the time. That would give me the time to come here and work almost every day and to take care of my cabbage patches. So this is one of my cabbage patches. As I said, it's approximately 2 acres. It's a 2-acre flat. Not all of it is planted up, but that's the acreage here right now. Yup, that's another catchment over there, and that gives me access to water at this section of the farm. We do have to carry water sometimes, but I try my best not to, because I hate that part of farming. I hate that part of it. We don't have access to irrigation system at this section of St. Elizabeth, so we have to utilize whatever rainwater we have here. We have to set up catchment and prepare ourselves whenever there is going to be a drought, and keep up to date with the weather conditions. So if we know that we're expecting rain this week, next week, we ensure that we set up all our catchments so we'll have water to use further down. This is an example of the Caribbean queens. As I'm saying, the leaves are more open than the Tropicana. The Tropicana would come up like this, and this would give you more challenge to take care of it, to give it the nutrient that it needs. By spraying, it would be harder to get inside of the cabbage. But the Caribbean queen is more open, so it gives you an easier access to take care of the plant. And that is why I prefer the Caribbean queen over the Tropicana. And because of the time span from planting to harvesting day, Caribbean queen give you a shorter time. And who wouldn't want that? As you can see, this entire section here is Caribbean queen. This entire section is Caribbean queen, and from my view, it's beautiful. It's looking beautiful, and I feel good to be standing here. I'm overwhelmed sometimes to come here and do all the work that is here for me to do, but trust me, at the end of the day, I feel good and I feel proud when I come here and get whatever I had planned to do. Whenever I come here and accomplish a particular work, I feel great at the end of the day. So, you know, nothing is easy. Yes, this is hard. People always ask, I don't know how you do it. I do it because I have to do it, and because I get up with the intention to do it. So, you know, that's it. Sometimes all the motivation you need is just to remember why you started something, and that's all you need to continue going. So, you know, this is an encouragement to anybody who feel as though they can't do it. Just remember why you started in the first place, and that is all the motivation you will ever need to continue on that path. And it doesn't matter how small the Caribbean queens are, when you feel them, trust me, they are rock hard. This one feel as though it can knock out somebody cold. So the land preparation process, it was kind of challenging because we were getting some rain. So some of the rows are not uniformed as we expected them to be, because we were having a rainy weather in the time when we were preparing this land. But, you know, I'm satisfied, and I'm just hoping that next time I can do it better and, you know, come with more plan and organize my thing better. But so far, it's nice. It's going good. So this is the view. This is the view from the back of the field to the front of one section. And the rows, what I learned is that the rows work best when we're having a rainy condition, because when we're having heavy rains and you have them on rows like this, because they are lifted off the lower surface of the land, it gives the plants more resistant to the water, right? So if you're having a lot of rain, the water would not travel on the gills, it would travel between the gills. So that also serves as a drainage for the cabbages. Because you know that if the place is too swampy for too long, then the roots of the cabbages are going to become weak and they're going to eventually die. So it is best for you to use the gills when you're having a rainy condition. Because when it's hot like this, it's better to be lower to the ground rather than higher and more exposed to the heat. So this section right here, as you can see, this section is free of cabbages. It doesn't have any cabbage on this row. This is because I want to separate these cabbages. So here on the left I have Caribbean Queen, and on the right I have Tropicana. So I did not want to mix them up, so I use this gel. I leave it blank to separate the varieties. And sometimes the cabbages, the quality that you get is based upon, not based upon the fertilizer or the chemicals, but it is based upon the soil that you use. So if you have a more virgin soil, you will get better quality cabbages than a soil that you continue to till over and over and over, because cabbages love strong land. So the stronger the land is, you get better yielding cabbages. I am not going to be able to walk the entire thing because I have some other work planned for today. So, you know, I'm happy that I get to show you what's been going on the farm. And I hope you did enjoy this video. Until next time, it's your girl, Farmer Girl Jessie. And again, before I go, remember, the only motivation you need, or you will ever need, to continue what you started is to remember why you started it. It's your girl, Farmer Girl Jessie. Until next time, big up on yourself.